Good afternoon and welcome to the Public Service Commission of South Carolina. It's Thursday, May 16th, 2024 at 2 p.m. and we are here for our regularly scheduled commission business meeting. Let's take a roll call of commissioners. Present in the hearing room, we have Vice Chair Powers, Commissioner Carolee Williams, Commissioner Caston, and Chair Belser. A note for the record that Commissioner Justin Williams is on military leave and Commissioner Thomas is on annual leave. Before we begin today's agenda, I invite you to join me for a moment of silent reflection. Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Scarborough.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, Vice Chair Powers, and Commissioners. First item of business is to set the next regularly scheduled business meeting. Staff recommends that the next commission business meeting be scheduled for 1 week from today. That's Thursday, May 23rd, 2024 at 2 p.m.
Our next commission business meeting is a regular one scheduled for Thursday, May 23rd, 2024 at 2 p.m.
Thank you. Today we have 13 items on our utilities agenda and 20 items on the transportation agenda. Item number 1 appears in docket number 2009-144C. This is a request from TracFone Wireless Incorporated, doing business as SafeLink Wireless Incorporated, for confidential treatment of its South Carolina customer report for the first quarter of 2024.
With regard to utilities agenda item 1, do I hear a motion?
Chair Belser, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Carolee Williams is recognized.
Thank you very much. I move that the Commission grant the request of TracFone Wireless, Inc., doing business as SafeLink Wireless Incorporated, for confidential treatment of the company's South Carolina customer report for the first quarter of 2024.
Thank you. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Carolee Williams. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed with a voice vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Hearing none, by a vote of 4-0, the motion carries.
Item number 2 appears in docket number 2019-150E. This is a joint request from South Carolina Generating Company Incorporated and Dominion Energy Incorporated to extend the maturity date of a note agreement to May 31st, 2027, and to reset the interest rate to 5.31%.
With regard to utilities agenda item 2, do I hear a motion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Vice Chair Powers is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move the Commission grant the request of South Carolina Generating Company, known as GENCO, and Dominion Energy, Inc., DEI, to authorize GENCO to execute an amendment to the note agreement authorized by order number 2019-374 to reflect a new maturity date of May 31st, 2027, and a new interest rate of 5.31%. So moved.
Thank you. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Vice Chair Powers. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a voice vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Hearing none, by a vote of 4-0, the motion carries.
Item number 3 is in docket number 2024-125E, which is a verified petition from Tanger Properties Limited Partnership for an order granting a limited waiver of the South Carolina generator interconnection procedures.
With regard to utilities agenda item number 3, is there a motion?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Caston is recognized.
Thank you. I move that the Commission hold an oral argument on the petition. Further, I move that the Commission request the representatives from ORS, Dominion, and other parties with an interest in this matter participate in the oral argument to address issues raised in the petition. Finally, I move that the Commission direct the Clerk's Office to conduct a status conference with representatives of Tanger, Dominion, and ORS to find a date for the oral argument as soon as the Commission's schedule allows. I so move.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Caston. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a voice vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. By a vote of 4-0, the motion carries.
Item number 4 is in dockets numbered 2023-388E and 2023-403E. This is a request from the Office of Regulatory Staff for confidential treatment of certain portions of the surrebuttal testimonies and exhibits of witnesses Brandon S. Bickley, Daniel F. Sullivan, Dan J. Whitliff, and Kevin J. Mara.
With regard to utilities, agenda item 4 is identified by Mr. Scarborough. Is there a motion?
Chair Belser, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Carolee Williams?
Thank you. I move that the commission grant the request for confidential treatment of certain portions of the surrebuttal testimonies and exhibits, where applicable, of Brandon S. Bickley, Daniel F. Sullivan, Dan J. Whitliff, and Kevin J. Mara, filed on behalf of the Office of Regulatory Staff.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Carolee Williams. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a voice vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The motion carries by a 4-0 vote.
Item number 5 appears in dockets number 2022-93E and 2022-97E. This involves notification from the South Carolina Public Service Authority of the Second Amendment to the Power Purchase Agreements with S.R. Lambert I LLC and S.R. Lambert II LLC for the purchase and sale of renewable energy and related products on December 29th, 2020.
With regard to utilities, agenda item 5, is there a motion?
Chair Belser, I'd like to make a motion.
Vice Chair Powers is recognized.
Thank you. I move the commission accept for informational purposes only the Public Service Authority's notification regarding amendments to the power purchase agreements with S.R. Lambert I LLC and S.R. Lambert II LLC.
Thank you. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Vice Chair Powers. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a voice vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. None heard. By a vote of 4-0, the motion carries.
Item number 6 is in docket number 2022-326E. This is a petition to intervene out of time from Carolina's Clean Energy Business Association.
With regard to utilities, agenda item 6, is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Caston?
I move that the commission grant the petition to intervene out of time by Carolina's Clean Energy Business Association. I so move.
Thank you. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Caston. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a voice vote. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. By a vote of 4-0, the motion carries.
Item number 7 appears in docket number 2024-48E. This is a motion to dismiss from Duke Energy Progress LLC.
With regard to utilities, agenda item 7, is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Caston is recognized.
In January 2024, Ms. Hedwin submitted a series of emails which the commission deemed to be her complaint against Duke Energy Progress LLC. Ms. Hedwin asserts that she was being overcharged for her energy usage because bills covering certain periods, including one rate charge for energy used up to 800 kilowatt hours, and a different rate charge for energy used over 800 kilowatts per month, hours per month. That DEP has misclassified her residence as a boarding house, and that the rates being charged were not approved. On March 6, 2024, DEP filed a motion to dismiss, which included an answer to Ms. Hedwin's complaint. DEP asserts Ms. Hedwin has failed to state a cause of action or claim for which the commission can grant relief. The commission has reviewed the bills submitted by Ms. Hedwin, which included a comparison of the bills to the appropriate residential rate schedule in effect at the time of service. Based upon this review, Ms. Hedwin was correctly billed by DEP based on the appropriate rate schedule in effect at the time of service. Therefore, the commission finds that Ms. Hedwin has failed to state a cause of action or claim for which relief may be granted. I move that the commission grant the motion to dismiss filed by Duke Energy Progress LLC. The commission shall issue a full order outlining its decision. I so move.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Caston. Is there any discussion?
Chair Belser, I have a comment.
Commissioner Carolee Williams?
Thank you. I appreciate it. As a member of this commission, I do not take dismissal of a customer's complaint lightly and consider the merit of each individual's complaint filed by utility ratepayers. It's the right of a customer to make complaints, and generally this process can lead to improvements in services and/or communications. When considering complaints related to utility rates, as in this instance, the Commission takes into account assertions made by ratepayers and compares such claims to the approved tariffs. In this case, it was suggested that the tariff being used was Res 69. And the Commission, as Commissioner Caston just said, did approve this rate, and that's the rate that was in place as of 2021. And the rate applies to a variety of types of buildings, including those used as a residence, which is how Mrs. Hedwin uses this building. This is why I'm supporting Commissioner Caston's motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Further comments? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a voice vote. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it by a vote of 4-0.
Item number 8 is in docket number 2024-144E. This is a request from Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Duke Energy Progress LLC for the Commission to open a docket for a solar and solar paired with storage procurement program.
With regard to utilities, agenda item 8, is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Vice Chair Powers is recognized.
Thank you. I move the Commission grant the request of Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Duke Energy Progress LLC only as outlined below. First, with regard to the request for the Commission to open a new docket for the receipt of information on and for consideration of approval of the company's 2023 solar procurement program, I move that the Commission ratify the action of the Clerk of the Commission when opening this docket, docket number 2024-144-E, and therefore provide that this docket shall serve as the docket requested by the Duke companies for the purpose of receiving information on and considering for approval the company's 2023 solar and solar paired with storage resource procurement program. Next, I move that the Commission direct Commission staff to schedule a status conference to establish a procedural schedule for this docket, as well as to clarify what the Duke companies mean by a streamlined proceeding referenced in their letter dated April 23rd, 2024. As the Duke companies stated in their April 23rd letter, the testimony in docket numbers 2022-239E and 2022-240E, Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Duke Energy Progress LLC committed to keep the Commission apprised of the planning, development, outcomes of the future competitive procurements of renewable energy. Therefore, I move that when scheduling this status conference, the Clerk of the Commission shall provide notice of this status conference to all the parties of record in dockets numbers 2022-239E and 2022-240E. The Commission staff shall consider the input, if any, from the parties of record in dockets 2022-239E and 2022-240E who participate in the status conference, regardless of whether such participation is in person, virtually, or in written form, filed with the Commission in this docket, as if they were a party of record in docket number 2024-144E. So moved.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Vice Chair Powers. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a vote. We'll do a voice vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it by a vote of 4-0.
Item number 9 is in docket number 2024-1E. This is a request from Duke Energy Progress LLC for confidential treatment of Exhibit 3 of witness Tom Simrell's direct testimony.
With regard to Utilities Agenda Item 9, is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Caston is recognized.
I move that the Commission grant Duke Energy Progress LLC's request for confidential treatment of Exhibit 3 of Tom Simrell's direct testimony.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Caston. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed with a voice vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. By a vote of 4-0, the ayes have it. Motion passes.
Item number 10 is in dockets numbered 2023-388E and 2023-403E. This is a motion from Duke Energy Carolinas LLC for admission pro hoc vici of Molly McIntosh Jagannathan, Esquire, Brandon F. Marzo, Esquire, and Kieran H. Mehta, Esquire.
With regard to utilities, agenda item 10, is there a motion?
Chair Belser, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams is recognized.
Thank you. I move that the Commission grant Duke Energy Carolinas LLC's motion for admission pro hoc vici of Molly McIntosh Jagannathan, Esquire, Brandon F. Marzo, Esquire, and Kieran H. Mehta, Esquire.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Carol Lee Williams. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a a voice vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. By a vote of 4-0, the ayes have it.
Item number 11 appears in dockets numbered 2022-151WS, 2022-161W, 2022-166W, and 2022-167W. This is a request from CSWR South Carolina Utility Operating Company, LLC, for confidential treatment of certain portions of its customer report for the first quarter of 2024.
With regard to utilities, agenda item 11, is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Vice Chair Powers is recognized.
I move the Commission grant CSWR South Carolina Utility Operating Company LLC's request for confidential treatment of certain portions of the customer report for the first quarter 2024.
Thank you. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Vice Chair Powers. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a voice vote. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. By a vote of 4-0, the ayes have it.
Item number 12 is in docket number 2023-70G. This is a request from Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated for approval to include both proper components for the minimum charge for rates 34 and 36 without notice of hearing.
With regard to utilities, agenda item 12, is there a motion?
Chair Belser, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams is recognized.
Thank you very much. Dominion Energy South Carolina filed its notice of intent to file for increase to base rates for natural gas service on February 27, 2023, pursuant to South Carolina Code annotated section 58-5-240A. In the application filed March 31st, 2024, and filed pursuant to South Carolina Code annotation sections 58-5-240, 58-5-400, etc., and South Carolina Code annotated regs 103-823A3. Dominion Energy South Carolina requested in pertinent part a general increase in and revisions to the proposed rates, charges, and tariffs for natural gas customers served by the company, and updates and revisions to the company's tariffs, inclusive of its rate schedules and service regulations. The application included clean and redline versions of Exhibit 1 entitled Proposed Rates. Specifically, the company did not include the basic facility charge as a component of the minimum charge for rate 34, and for rate 36, the company did not include the demand charge as a component of the minimum charge. The same versions of proposed rate 34 and rate 36 appeared as attachments to the stipulation filed with the Commission on August 20th, 2023, and the amended stipulation filed September 14th, 2023. Further, the Commission included the proposed versions of rate 34 and rate 36 as attachments to order number 2023-737, approving amended stipulation and approving application for increase in natural gas rates, adjustments in natural gas rate schedules and tariffs on October 2nd, 2023. Dominion Energy then filed its revised tariffs with the Commission on October 4th, 2023. Dominion Energy did not file a petition for reconsideration during the period provided by South Carolina Code annotated section 58-5-330. While the basic facilities charge and the demand charge rates were approved in order number 2023-737, the tariffs as filed on at least 5 occasions do not allow Dominion Energy South Carolina to charge the basic facilities charge as a part of the minimum charge in rate 34 or to charge the demand charge as part of minimum charge in rate 35. As such, it would appear to allow these that to allow these changes would be to allow Dominion Energy South Carolina to charge a new tariff rate. Therefore, I move that the clerk of the commission consult with the parties of record to schedule oral arguments on Dominion Energy's request for commission approval of the changes to rate 34 and rate 36 as soon as practicable.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Williams. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a voice vote. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Hearing none, the ayes have it by a vote of 4-0.
Item number 13 appears in docket number 2023-70G. This is a request from Dominion Energy South Carolina to replace Order Exhibit number 3 in Commission Order number 2023-737 with Exhibit RMJ4 in Hearing Exhibit number 4.
With regard to Utilities Agenda Item 13, is there a motion?
Chair Belser, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams is recognized.
Thank you. I move that the commission replace Order Exhibit 3 in Order number 2023-737 with Exhibit RMJ-4 in Hearing Exhibit number 4, which was admitted into the evidence in the record. A scrivener's error was discovered that Witness Jackson's Exhibit RMJ-4 was the general terms and conditions adopted by the commission, which updated and corrected typographical and other errors in the general terms and conditions attached to the original application. The clerk's office is directed to make the correction, including but not limited to amending order number 2023-737. There is nothing in this correction that increases or changes the monetary amount or value of the rates approved by the commission for Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Williams. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a voice vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it by a vote of 4-0.
Madam Chair, that completes the utilities agenda before the commission. Moving on to the motor carrier agenda, in Part A, we have 12 requests for new Class C and Class E certificates. Item A1 appears in docket number 2024-136T, which is the application of BNS Trucking, LLC for a Class C non-emergency certificate. Item A2 is in docket number 2024-137T. This is the application of Tito Limo, LLC for a Class C taxi certificate. Item A3 is in docket number 2024-138T. This is the application of Marion McDowell for a Class C taxi certificate. Item number 4 appears in docket number 2024-139T. This is the application of Cab Guys, LLC for a Class C charter certificate. Item number 5 is in docket number 2024-140T. This is the application of Lamb Child Care, LLC for a Class C non-emergency certificate.
Mr. Scarborough, would
Yes,
you
ma'am.
read that name again, please?
Little Lamb Child Care.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Little Lamb Child Care, LLC. Item number 6 is in docket number 2024-141T, which is the application of Test Easy Laboratory, LLC for a Class C non-emergency certificate. Item number 7 is in docket number 2024-142T. This is the application of 5 Star Luxury Transportation, LLC for a Class C charter bus certificate. Item number 8 is in docket number 2024-143T. This is the application of Five-Star Luxury Transport LLC for a Class C charter certificate. Item number 9 appears in docket number 2024-147T. This is the application of GVL Transport LLC for a Class C charter certificate. Item number 10 is in docket number 2024-148T, which is the application of Ground Game Regional Car Service LLC for a Class C charter certificate. Item number 11 is in docket number 2024-149T, which is the application of Lane Transport LLC for a Class C non-emergency certificate. And finally, item number 12 appears in docket number 2024-145T. This is the application of Sea Dogs Enterprises Incorporated, doing business as College Hunks Hauling Junk and Moving for a Class E household goods certificate.
Thank you, Mr. Scarborough. Commissioners, we've heard the items identified by Mr. Scarborough for new applications. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Vice Chair Powers.
I move the commission approve the applications for Class C and Class E certificates and items numbers A1 through A12 as identified by Mr. Scarborough. So moved.
Thank you. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Vice Chair Powers. Is there any discussion on these items? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a voice vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it by a vote of 4-0.
In Part B of the transportation agenda, we have 3 requests to amend certificates. Item B1 appears in docket number 2020-52T. This is a request from Ready to Blow LLC, doing business as Speedy Senior Transportation, to amend Class C non-emergency certificate number 9523 to read SST America LLC, doing business as Speedy Senior Transportation.
With regard to motor carrier agenda item B1, is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Caston is recognized.
I move that the commission grant the request of Ready to Blow LLC, doing business as Speedy Senior Transportation, to amend its Class C non-emergency certificate number 9523 to read SST America LLC, doing business as Speedy Senior Transportation.
Thank you. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Caston. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a voice vote. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. By a vote of 4-0, the ayes have it.
Items B2 and B3 can be taken together. Item B2 is in docket number 2015-267T. This is a request from Dinner with Dimitri LLC, doing business as Dimitri Transportation, to amend Class C non-emergency certificate number 9114 to read Dimitri Transportation LLC. Item B3 is in docket number 2020-185T. This is a request from Dinner with Dimitri LLC, doing business as Dimitri Transportation, to amend Class C stretcher van certificate number 9534 to read Dimitri Transportation LLC.
Commissioners, we've heard motor carrier agenda items B2 and B3 as identified by Mr. Scarborough. Is there a motion?
Chair Belser, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams is recognized.
Thank you. I move that the commission grant the request to amend the Class C certificates in item numbers B2 and B3 as identified by Mr. Scarborough.
Thank you. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Williams. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a voice vote. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it by a vote of 4-0.
In Part C of the transportation agenda, we have 4 requests to cancel certificates. The commission can take these items together as well. Item C1 is in dockets numbered 2001-221T and 2019-391T. This is a request from R&M Charlotte LLC, doing business as Two Men and a Truck of Charlotte, to cancel Class E household goods certificate number 9713-B. Item C2 is in docket number 2017-290T. This is a request from Able Care Transport LLC to cancel Class C stretcher van certificate number 9295. Item C3 is in docket number 2011-34T. This is a request from Ambustar Incorporated to cancel Class C stretcher van certificate number 8360. And item C4 appears in docket number 2023-334T, which is a request from GW Limo to cancel Class C charter certificate number 9885.
Commissioners, we've heard motor carrier agenda items C1 through C4 as identified by Mr. Scarborough. Do I hear a motion?
Madam Chair,
Vice Chair Powers is recognized.
I move the commission grant the request to cancel the Class C and Class C certificates in items numbered C1 through C4 as identified by Mr. Scarborough. So moved.
Thank you. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Vice Chair Powers. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a voice vote. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. By a vote of 4-0, the motion carries.
In Part D of the transportation agenda, we have one request for an extension of time. Item D1 appears in docket number 2024-58T. This is a request from To Care LLC for a 9-month extension of time to comply with Commission rules and regulations.
With regard to motor carrier agenda item D1, is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Caston is recognized.
I move that the commission grant the request of Takara LLC for a 9-month extension of time until March 5th, 2025 to comply with commission rules and regulations.
Thank you. Commissioners, we've heard the motion from Commissioner Caston. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a voice vote. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. By a vote of 4-0, the ayes have it and the motion carries.
Madam Chair and Commissioners, this concludes all business noticed before the Commission today.
Thank you, Mr. Scarborough. As previously indicated, our next regularly scheduled business meeting will be next Thursday, which is May 23rd, 2024 at 2 p.m. And with that, hope everybody has a good afternoon, and this meeting is adjourned.